All right, we're talking about these different threads inside the 401k. And one of them is a Roth thread, or if you want to Rothanize some money. First of all, explain Rothanize.
Rothanize, interesting term, by the way, Mitch. I haven't seen that one in the tax code, but let's say we want to Rothanize the money. And
this is layman terms, okay? Rothanize. You want to Rothanize some money.
We got to label this segment, how to Rothanize. So here's the cool thing. With your 401k, we talked about all those little sub-accounts going on, all the various threads. So you're able to move the money from the traditional side over to the Roth side. We're able to Rothanize that money.
Let's use an example.
Sure.
Let's say I'm 35 years old.
Okay.
I like that part the best. Let's say you have $100,000 in a traditional IRA thread inside your 401k.
Okay.
And so you know that you're going to have to pay tax whenever you're 59 and a half, or you start taking this money out, whenever the account matures. When you take the money out, you're going to have to take it out and add it to your income and pay tax on it. Whatever that tax bracket is you're in that day, that year, whatever the taxes that are due that year. I mean, certainly the tax, we expect those taxes to be more expensive in the future than they are now, but who knows? And then I say to myself, I'd love to have about $50,000 of that invested money that was Rothanized, which means I'm going to move it over to a different thread, and whenever I go to take that money out, I'm not going to have to pay any tax on it when I take it out. But what do I have to do to get in position to not have to owe taxes in the future? What do I have to do?
That's relatively easy. It's a self-directed account. You don't need to call up anybody. You don't need to beg with anybody to have their permission. You fill out forms. Typical thing in the IRS world. You're going to fill out one form, which is called a conversion form. You're going to fill out another form, which is a record of action. And then you're going to fill out a 1099-R. The only thing that's going to be filed with the IRS is the 1099-R, the conversion form, and the record of action. You just put in your books and records. And once again, we've got videos of how to fill out those forms. Relatively simple. There's no withholding. Typically, whenever you make a distribution from a 401k, you have to do withholding. No withholding on this whatsoever. You just fill out the forms, and now you're just going to have that additional tax.
Okay, but the long and short of it is, you're going to take the $50,000 into your income for that year. So the good time to Rothanize is when you're scraping the bottom for income in said year.
Yeah.
Let's say maybe you were between jobs and you didn't make a lot of money because you lost a job on January the 3rd and you didn't get another job for 6 or 7 months later, and so your income's really down on that year. This would be a good time to Rothanize that $50,000 in this example, because you're going to pull it into your income, and since you're low, it's strategic, and then you're going to pay tax on it at whatever income bracket you're in, and that kind of cleanses it now for Rothanization. That means from now on you've paid the tax on this $50,000. Whatever you grow it to, you can take it out and pay no tax at that point.
Absolutely correct. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, so I'm a real big fan of Roth.
And if you have a year with some big tax losses on something, same thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's the last time I Rothanized some money. Was I took a tremendous hit on a bad deal, and pretty much zeroed me out for the year technically. And I said it's a good time to Rothanize some dang money. So we went over, and that's part of what these self-directed retirement plans allow you to do. They allow you to maneuver in good times and in bad times, and at least make something good sometimes out of some things that have happened to you that are not so good.
Making the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, making lemonade out of lemons, right?
Yeah.
Don't get overstressed out about this paperwork. You know that if you're going to Rothanize, you're going to take some money in and you have to pay tax. You just either watch the video, or if you get confused or whatever, there's some help there. These things become rather routine. I hate paperwork. I don't see them as all that challenging, To get $50,000 to be Rothanized, well worth my time that I spent filling out that piece of paper.
If you spend more than 4 minutes filling out the paperwork, something's wrong.
Well, that's what I mean,
Yeah.
But what you think it is, the anxiety, there's more anxiety thinking about doing it than there is doing it.
Yeah.
So that's the case with a lot of things in life. All right, so that's how you Rothanize some money. Just bring it into your income, pay the tax, and start a new thread inside your 401k that you won't have to pay taxes on when you take it out in the future. All right, we're headed to number 11, rollovers.